I would request everybody to settle down. I'm very eager to present to you and glad to see the eagerness as the room is back to its capacity now. Thank you everybody. Welcome to the analyst meet. Thank you for coming. The group and the member companies are very, very grateful for you to spare your valuable time and come to listen in to our plans as we get into the years ahead. This presentation is about allcargo Gati. We run two businesses. One is the express business, which is essentially moving brown boxes at speed across the country. And the second business, which is a subsidiary of allcargo logistics, is the contract logistics or the supply chain business, which we in the company call consultative logistics. Because the supply chain business, warehousing business is so much consultative. You sit across the table with the customer and design a solution for him. Whereas on the express side, it is such a network and standardized business where the customer's shipment or box has to fit within that standard and network. I'll also invite my colleague Deepak Parikh, our CFO, on the stage because there is an equal distribution of slides. He was very keen to present a few, and wonderful of him to kind of join us here. In the Q&A session, I will also invite our Director of Supply Chain, Mr. Sushil Rathi, to join me on the stage during the Q&A session. What is it about today that is special? Essentially going ahead, what the results will be, and all of you are keen to know the how and the why. The how and the why is very, very simple. It's a very, very strong execution plan that we have put together. The logistics market today in the country, and as we heard from our previous speakers, is a very attractive growth opportunity. There are sunrise industries, sunset industries that come in and go over decades. But this is one industry that stays very, very, very stable. And we as a team are committed to realizing the company's potential for future growth and expansion. The strategy of stronger, leaner, innovative, and tech-driven, which you will see in the coming slides, focuses on delivering results above market growth, thereby enabling us to consistently improve our market share by targeting macro indicators, which are the tailwinds of the economy, and high-performance micro indicators. By micro indicators, I mean the customers and the industries we work with. Profitability improvement, the core of any business, that is sustainable by focusing on the financial health. You will see our deep dive into that. Through quality revenue growth and margin enhancement. That elasticity between the cost and what we get from the customer is very, very important, and we are going to be very focused on that. Strong commitment to deliver increased ROCE and attractive shareholder returns. And to do all that, we have a team with a proven track record of exemplary execution. The capabilities they possess, we are very, very confident will deliver a lot of value for our stakeholders. We'll see the team at the end of the presentation. What does stronger, leaner, innovative, and tech-driven mean? As we go into the slides, we'll see that. But since the group bought into Gati. What are the things the group has done to further enable those four pillars of stronger, leaner, innovative, and tech-driven? Allcargo invested about 900 crores. We have repaid about 250 crores of debt. We have recovered from income tax returns about 150 crores. Available funds today are about 300 crores. We raised 169 crores in a qualified institutional placement. We've improved our DSO, which is collectible from customers, days sales outstanding, by 12% over FY20, resulting in faster collections, impacting the cash flow. We've reduced employee cost by 9%. A lot of work has happened together, and these measures have truly transformed Allcargo Gati into a financially resilient company with a clean balance sheet and net cash position. We are very, very focused on growth, and we are very focused on the bottom line that the growth brings. Let me invite Deepak to take the next two slides. Over to you, Deepak.
Thank you. Thank you, Ketan. Thank you all the analyst team present here. So taking the slide further, what we are dwelling on in the last 5 years, the slide which you can see here is a summary of allcargo Gati, the company which group acquired in 20 and 25. So what we admit here is, I think the revenue and gross margin have been flat. That's on a backdrop of a lot of management bandwidth which is gone in measures which Ketan explained in the first slide in terms of putting the model right. So the pillars of the company which you see, infrastructure, we are hub and spoke model where we are scattered across the country, geographical presence, to consolidate that into a model which was an asset-light model that took a lot of bandwidth of management. I would say the work in process is over now, and we are into a phase of to build the growth story on that infrastructure now. People, yes, whether it's customer, whether it's employees, all had different ethos, which the allcargo ethos has to be inculcated. So that was another consumption of effort happened. Processes, we have the legacy processes of the company which had to be retwinkled, and also the technology. There was already a strong GEMS platform of Gati, which had to be front-ended. So all those took a lot of effort, but notwithstanding, we have to admit that we could have done more on the revenue and gross margin front. But notwithstanding that, what we achieved is the EBITDA improvement in this 5 years. We grew at 14% CAGR. That's the philosophy of allcargo group. Actually, if you see, ROC and improvement has been a key focus area. If you see PBT from a negative of 48 crore in FY20, we are at 5 crore as we speak on FY25, which is a significant CAGR growth. Also the ROC, again, as Ketan mentioned and also Chairman mentioned, is one of the area where we keep focus on all the mandates. So that has been kept under eye, and though it's a small number, but at 200 bips improvement has happened in this year. So I think now from here, investment of 5 years into building the structure and the model will help us to build our growth strategy as we look into the next 5 years journey from here on. So moving on from allcargo Gati company, what is happening here is Chairman mentioned about the scheme of demerger which was approved yesterday. The order is awaited. What that will add further to the growth story of allcargo Gati. If you can see the chart, the structure, I will just dwell for 2 minutes on the scheme of demerger because we have started it quite some time back, and now we are getting into reality. Though I think it's I think it's the right time to refresh ourselves from the analyst point of standpoint. The existing structure, actually, there's an overlap of shareholding internally from Gati to GSCPL is an operating entity, which you see here on the screen, where the main operating business of Express is domiciled. That's how you can see the Express business worded there. Ketan mentioned about the consultative logistic business, sorry. That's domiciled in ASCPL, which is allcargo Supply Chain Private Limited. That's an 100% subsidiary of allcargo Logistics as of now. So what we have achieved now with the scheme of demerger is a domestic logistic plain slate structure where consultative logistics and express business will be domiciled under the brand name of allcargo Logistics. And the allcargo Logistics, which will be focusing the earlier, which had domestic and international coming together under one company, will have international ocean freight business under allcargo worldwide brand. So that's the two structure which will come into effect. So the significance of telling this here now is the supply chain business, which has a revenue, substantial revenue in FY25, will added to Gati. And what will happen from FY26 onward, we'll see a consolidated revenue number of consultative logistics and express business under the fold of allcargo Logistics. So this will make the structure more simple. We'll have a domestic business under one entity, and also the international entity, which you saw on the first presentation, will be another separate entity. I think I'll like Ketan to take us the strategy from here on, and yeah, over to you, Ketan.
Thank you, Deepak. And any more questions on the merger, demerger, we'll definitely take in the Q&A. What are going to be our growth enablers and volume developers for revenue and profit improvement? We're going to focus essentially on three key areas to grow the business. One is the Surface Express business, which is a large component of our Express division now. And as we merge the consultative logistics business. As I said earlier, Express is a standardized end-to-end logistics solution. It's a network business. Customers fit into that model. We use a lot of multimodal deliveries. We have over 9,000 trucks, and it offers 24/7 tracking services. It's a live model. Customers are embedded on our platforms, and digitization plays a very, very important role. The second is consultative logistics, customized solutions for multiple industries, bespoke solutions, different for auto, different for e-commerce, different for consumer durables, different for consumer electronics. Whether it's distribution centers, sort centers or warehousing, whether it is milk runs for an e-commerce or retail major, whether it is in-plant logistics for automotive, or various value-added services, for example, in the chemical industry, where we are the market leader, or if it is long-haul transportation for FMCG or retail. Everything is designed in a solution manner. One important area that we have got into and has given us a stronghold in the auto segment, which is the best-in-class, industry-leading offering that we have, is the JIT and JIS. Just in time for production and just in sequence for production. This is a gold standard in contract logistics, and we are displayed our capability very, very strongly with customer segments that need it. On the air express distribution side, we are a very, very small operator. We have a lot of headroom to grow. From the time we have brought in the focus on the business a few quarters ago, it's been growing exponentially. We have strategic alliances with India's leading airlines. We use multimodal delivery. We deliver on-time, assured deliveries, and we operate over 150 flights daily. The business is on a very, very strong growth potential and has also a great value enhancer to our profit pool. Apart from that, special products like Student Express, where we engage with Gen Z and talk to future influencers, future logistics leaders. Bike Express, again a market-leading product for us, where we move motorcycles across the country, door to door. Lab and Surface Light focused on MSME and SME businesses. Tier 2 India, Tier 3 India, Bharat that we essentially call SMEs and MSMEs are going to be the trajectory of growth, of value creation in those markets as producers, and we are incumbent as logistics players to enable their connection to all the PIN codes, 100% of the country that we do, which is in the next slide. Those growth enablers that I showed you earlier, they will be delivered through a very, very strong geographic governance model. We do 100% of the 19,000 odd PIN codes in the country. Gati, in its previous avatar, was known for its reach and transit time. And after it's joined the allcargo group, it has strengthened its reach and transit time. We have over 700 facilities across the country, 90 hubs, 80 logistics parks, 8 air logistics centers, 12 million square feet of space along with our CL business, and over 3,000 plus business associates that deliver the business for us, whether it's pick up or deliver or enable anything else that are vast value-added services that would be needed by the customer. 3,000 plus business associates servicing over thousands of customers that we service every day. All this strong governance allows us to have the fastest transit time in the country, and we were not satisfied with that. At the end of the month, our project on how to become much faster on transit time and bring costs down and improve service quality to the customer will culminate with one of the top consultants in the express industry. Expansive reach across the country that will be further strengthened. Advanced automation and tech. We all heard about the focus on tech, digitization and automation that the group has. We are equally, if not more, committed to taking that backbone of business ahead. Because shipments essentially move only on 2 models in logistics. One is the physical model, and the second is the digital highway model. State-of-the-art grade A hubs. We are a leader in chemical logistics. These require PISO certified facilities. We have all of them. An extensive tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 penetration through 3,000 of our business associates, enabling SMEs and MSMEs to grow their market and serve their customers. What does stronger, leaner, innovative, and tech-driven mean? If these are going to be the growth accelerators, they better be detailed, because only detailing will allow for a flawless execution. Stronger, well-equipped to adapt to changed market conditions. We're constantly scanning markets, constantly scanning indicators with syndicated data and with consultants to know where we need to go, why we need to go, and when we need to go. A value chain creation system for our customers, which will be enabled with the merger demerger that you just saw. Continuous quality improvement, NPS, Net Promoter Score, regularly tracked, customer satisfaction surveys, regularly done with customers. More long-term contracts as we become two businesses into one, and a very, very strong focus on yield management. Those who are following the company would have seen that on the 1st of October last year, we announced a GPI, and that we had promised will be an annual process. We want to realize every penny for the value added service that we bring to the customers. What does leaner mean? A well-diversified margin business. Very, very focused on the bottom line, not too much skewed towards any particular geography. We are equally balanced. Not too much skewed towards any industry. We are equally balanced. Self-financed transformation. Stay asset light. We are a zero-owned asset company. Defocus from low-margin contracts. We have given up a lot of customers where it didn't make sense to move a shipment and lose a rupee. Every shipment we move must earn the rupee to the bottom line. Network adaptation, constant and regular, like I just told you about the transit time project. So we'll always be agile, which will allow us to become leaner. Innovative. A company that benefits from tailwinds. As I said earlier, constantly scanning macro, micro indicators, the government policies, which I will show you in the next few slides, building a tailwind for the logistics industry, which is incumbent for all of us as logistics players to take advantage of and enable this country on its growth path towards Viksit Bharat 2047. Sector-specific solutions, I will detail that in the next slide. Top-line acceleration in the top segments that we work with: auto, consumer durable, consumer electronic, life science, healthcare, and e-commerce. Tech-driven, a word much heard throughout the day today, a lot of focus at our company. Data science and AI tools on customer service, HR, sales, operations, SME onboarding, already deployed and being strengthened. Very strong cybersecurity scores for the group and the company. And whatever we make will be a delightful customer experience. All applications for the customer, when we go for a feedback, are really delighting them. This is the same customer we know that consumes an Amazon or a Meesho, and his expectation from the logistics service provider is nothing less. We are cognizant of that. And all our effort is to build tech that's really world-class and best in the sector that we operate. The growth accelerators, further supported by the B2B express logistics market growth, which will happen between 10 to 12% CAGR over the next 5 years, or 6, 24 to 30. Logistics is a factor of the GDP. Most of us will know that. It grows at 1.2 to 1.5 factor of the GDP. Supply chain services will grow at 12 to 15%. And the combined market, 2030 for us, addressable, will be about 1 lakh crore. And what is that we will do to take advantage of that? Macroeconomic growth enablers, Make in India and PLI scheme, boosting logistics spend, growth of MSME sector leading to better growth of the organized operators, because most SMEs and MSMEs, as they're getting regulated, they want to work with the organized logistics players. Growth in the e-commerce sector, growing phenomenally, and we partner with the top 5 e-commerce companies in the country and the top 5 quick commerce companies in the country. Regulatory changes, GST, e-way bill, again, making the sector more organized, more regulated. Tech adoption, customers prefer partners having better digital and tech interface. Nearly 85% of our invoices today are generated through API, which integrates with our large customers. The government's focus on the National Logistics Policy, Gati Shakti, ULIP leads to push mobilization of organized logistics, increasing customer expectations, again leading to the adoption of organized players, and the logistics infrastructure investment in Sagarmala, Bharatmala, DFCs, etc. And today or yesterday we also heard the 70,000 crore that the government will pump in to encourage the shipbuilding industry. So a lot of macroeconomic tailwinds for the industry. And what's the micro-focused growth accelerators for us? As I said, we need to detail out if you need to have a strong execution plan. On e-commerce and quick commerce, we will expand nationally and enhance offering to our current and new entrants. On auto and engineering, we will specialize in growing requirements of VOR, which is vehicle off-road, moving engine parts, and high-value engineering parts. In life science and healthcare, we'll specialize in pharma transportation through packaging solutions, multi-temperature storage, which we already do, multi-temperature last-mile delivery, and various value-added services. In consumer durables and electronics, pre-configure solutions with increased convenience for consumers and also manage returns. Chemical market, the market leader that we are in CL, a strong regulatory and compliance adherence, and focused on advanced inventory management, sampling, kitting, repacking, tank-to-tank transfer. We have built expertise in all of this. MSME and retail will continue to be a focus. Our pricing strategy and value-driven commercial approach to maximize their growth, our growth, their profitability, and our profitability. Cross-sell opportunities will happen with the CL and Express businesses now working very, very closely together. Multi-product offerings will happen. Logistics managers in customer spaces love to work with a single SPOC. We'll enable that. And all this will enable us to build a very, very strong balance sheet. Tech. I told you we have a lot of focus on tech, driven by the group and also within. It's a very important part of our growth acceleration through tech and digitization. What are the strategic pivots? We will be mobile first. I just told you about the experience that customers want to have. We will be cloud native so that we are asset light. Gen AI enablers, a lot of AI is being embedded in CS, in sales, in operations. Agile framework, modular so that it's resilient and fast changing, very secure. I spoke to you about the strong cybersecurity we have, and very social. We will be engaged with customers on all digital platforms. We work with the best partners in the industry. You can see that, AWS, Oracle, TIBCO, IBM, etc. Work with the best in the industry. Which are the implementation pivots? We have a control tower, and what is the result? Improvement in on-time pickups. We are close to 100% on-time pickups, a high in the industry. A new booking app, which our business associates, 3,000 of them, carry every day to pick up the 3,000 tons that we carry every day, building a lot of pickup efficiency. Finance ERP transformation, working closely with Oracle, streamlining the financial process. A WMS system for contract logistics. We already have a WMS. We are upgrading that. Efficient space utilization, improved profitability. Consignee app, somebody who receives the shipment, how will he know where the shipment is? Enabling that, increasing new customers. Customer portal for customer service excellence. Hub-I, which we recently launched for real-time visibility of trucks getting in and out of our hubs. Where do they need to dock? How much time will they take to unload and load back depending on the dockets and shipments and tonnage they are carrying? All that is known to us much